So YouTube's massive view drop that we've all been seeing over the past sort of 12 to 24 months is a massive issue for you. So most people are probably aware that the view drop on YouTube is not something that's just randomly happened overnight. Some of the biggest creators in the world have seen a massive reduction in views over the past year or two as YouTube has just changed their algorithm, changed the way they feed videos, just changed lots of different things about the platform. And I'll go and explain why or how that's happened in this video. I just want to explain why that's such a big problem for you as a creator. Now before I do that, just really quickly, here's an introduction from me. My name is Jay, and for the past 12 years my wife and I have been creating YouTube content. We've produced over 3,500 long form videos, we've ran over 20 YouTube channels, we've generated 2.5 billion YouTube views, long form, not shorts, and we've generated billions more views externally outside of YouTube. Airline entertainment, Amazon, Tubi, Pluto TV, the whole thing. So we have lived and breathed video for a very long time, and a big part of what we've done, in fact 95% of what we've done, has been within YouTube. So know that when I give you advice about YouTube, it's things that we've done ourselves. So this view drop is a massive issue, and I'm going to tell you why. The first thing is uncertainty. So back in the day, when you would upload a YouTube video to YouTube that would do really well, that was essentially your golden ticket to YouTube stardom. That was your I'm going to leave my job and become a full-time YouTuber kind of moment. And we all know the videos that would go viral, and then one viral video would take that person's career to the next level. Whereas now that doesn't happen. A viral video is just almost like a fun 24-hour period of excitement, followed by carrying on the next day as normal. It's pop the champagne for tonight, have a little celebration, and then just back to work the next day. Big hitting views on YouTube are less frequent for most creators, and when they do happen, they do not reward as much as they did back in the day. Now that's just what happens with platforms like this, you know, that is just the way things go. But it's a really, really big problem for small creators, because like I said, if you'd been uploading a video for 6 to 12 months every single week like we had done back in the day, and then all of a sudden a video starts doing really, really well, that was the start of your YouTube channel growing. Whereas nowadays, sometimes that isn't the case. You'll get one big hit video, 100,000 views, whatever it may be, and then your next video will go back to the baseline that you had before that video went well. And that's a really, really big problem for the stability of a creator, because if you cannot predictably rely on some level of view baseline like you could back in the day, how can you go all in on that type of content? How can you go all in on that platform? How can you go all in on becoming a YouTuber when there's a level of uncertainty there that does not allow you to do that? So sorry, my battery was just getting low. So that is a really, really big problem for you. Now, a quick learning thing before I just go in, I could talk about this all day, but what can you learn from that is essentially just take it as a small win and not as a humongous sign that your channel is going to take off, because it doesn't. I've actually seen people get a high view video on a YouTube channel, think that their lives are going to change, they've hit the jackpot, they're going to be YouTubers, and their next upload flops. It's just the way that things work. Yes, you can learn when a video goes crazy, there's lots of things you can learn from that, and you can obviously try and apply them to the next video, but oftentimes it won't be repeatable, or it won't in the capacity that that video did. And that leads me on to my second problem, which is the death of creativity. When there is a level of uncertainty and a lack of stability within a platform, it forces creators to try and chase high view videos, try and chase the revenue, and that hampers creativity, natural creativity in people. I talk about this a lot. Authenticity on YouTube is what built this platform in the first place. Uploading random videos, not following a cookie cutter system, not every thumbnail looking the same, every title looking the same. That is what built this platform. Whereas what we're seeing now is that creators are being forced to, they're not being forced to do it, but they are in a roundabout way. If they want to succeed, they are being forced to try and do things that are more extreme, that are more eye-catching, that are more scroll-stopping, that are more attention-grabbing. And whilst that's not a bad thing, and it's fun to keep up with that, that hampers creativity massively for people who have no interest in doing that kind of thing and conforming to what a platform currently thinks its content should be about. This is what often kills platforms, because people will just disappear and they'll think, oh, this platform allows me to be creative. It allows me to just do what I want, upload when I want, not stick to a strict schedule, not have to follow all of these insane rules to hit in order to get a video viral. You know, back in the day, people don't realize this. Click-through rate was non-existent. Average view duration was non-existent. All that mattered back in the day on YouTube was views, and that was all you could really see, was views and revenue and subscribers. And then they introduced the insanely complex algorithm that, I'm going to be real with you, people still don't understand, and even YouTube I don't think fully understand it. It's just this monster, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. You know, it's fun to pick this apart and try and be like, how can we maximize these views in these videos? We do that as a company, we help people do that, but a lot of creators don't want to do that, and they shouldn't feel like they need to do that in order to succeed on YouTube. And there's only a very small minority of people who will break through without conforming to what YouTube want, who will then succeed and become full-time YouTubers or part-time YouTubers, whatever they want out of the platform. And that just for me is just a really big problem. So I would always encourage people, this is the learning lesson from that, I would encourage people to, in all honesty, I would encourage people to just do whatever they want to do and just create the videos they want to create the thumbnails they want to create the titles they want to create. If we all want to push the platform into the right direction, that's what we should be doing. But if you want to maximize your views and maximize your reach on YouTube and your chances of succeeding, you do have to conform to what YouTube like. Now, obviously I've made videos about how you can do that, and I will make lots of videos in the future about that, but this is kind of just more so of a rant about how this view drop for creators causes a problem on two fronts. One, lack of stability, not a good thing at all. And two, the death of the creator, and two, the death of the creator, aka the death of creativity. And that's a big problem. I'm not sure how that's going to be fixed or what that's going to look like in years to come. But let's be real, maybe in 5 years everything will be taken over by AI and there will be no such thing as a creator. So we'll see how things go. Thanks for watching, keep on creating, and I'll see you next time.